I'm Merrick D'Amato.
I'm Rookie Jiro.
And welcome back to Mindbreakers. Fuck was that?
I'm just excited.
Well, we're not watching a bad movie today.
No, not yet.
We're not even watching a horror movie, even though it is connected to a horror director.
Yeah.
We are watching the 1982 Conan ripoff because it's only like a few months after Conan, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. Get that Conan pie, you know what I mean?
We are watching the 1982 classic, The Beastmaster.
Beastmaster.
6.2 out of 10 on IMDb.
Okay.
Rated PG.
Really?
Oh, so it's like...
Really?
I guess I'm understanding what it's like for. It's like a kid-friendly Conan. Well, by the way, granted, Raiders of the Lost Ark was PG.
Exactly.
And that had to do his face melt off.
And Nazis and guns and shit.
Yeah, but Nazis are getting shot. That's good.
That's okay. That's okay.
That's always acceptable.
But no, we'll see. Let's see. Okay, we'll see if Beastmasters is kid-friendly Conan.
A sword and sorcery fantasy about a young man's search for revenge. Armed with supernatural powers, the handsome hero and his animal allies wage war against marauding forces.
Damn. Okay.
It stars Mark Singer as Dar. Rip Torn as Max.
Rip Torn?
The evil wizard Max.
Max.
You know Rip Torn. Okay, it's spelled Maax, and now I'm just wishing the villain was the Max from the MTV cartoon.
The fucking giant.
I am the Max.
No, but how come... Wait, say his name again? Rip what?
Rip Torn.
Rip Torn?
He's the director at Men in Black.
And he's the villain.
Yes,
right?
he's also Zeus in Disney's Hercules movie.
How come they didn't...
He's also the dad in Freddy Got Fingered.
How come... Oh, that guy! Yeah, I remember him now, but how come they don't use that name instead of Max? Rip Torn as the villain.
Maax. I don't know. What's his name?
I'm excited to see him.
I don't know.
I'm kind of...
Why is the hero called Dar?
Dar.
Exactly.
Like, even your cat's squinting like, am I reading that right?
No, you can't read, Sebastian. You're... I've seen this before. I remember being very good. It spawned 2 sequels and then its own full-ass TV show.
The fuck?
And it is by director Don Coscarelli, who you may remember as being behind one of my favorite horror franchises of all time, which we did a few Halloweens ago, Phantasm.
Okay, yeah, it's true, the tall man.
I love the tall man. He is one of the best. He's probably my favorite horror monster.
Well, he's kind of cool, actually, especially his ability to kill. His ability to kill. Very genius. Very nice.
You play a good game, boy. But tonight the game is finished. Now you die.
Rest in peace, tall man.
Yeah, he is definitely past Angus Script.
But he fucking...
One of the nicest men in the world.
Yeah, right? That's the funny part. He looks like...
Anyway... Beastmaster.
Beastmasters.
It was foretold by witches. It was conceived through sorcery. And it was to be destroyed by all that is evil. But the courage of one mortal saved it. And so, into an age of darkness, in a time of mysticism, sacrifice, and plunder, there came the only light, the Beastmaster. Born with the strength of a black tiger, the courage of an eagle, the power that made him more than any hero. More than any lover. He was lord and master over all beasts. He was the Beastmaster. Behold the wonder, the horror, the fantasy, the challenge of the one warrior they called the Beastmaster. Mark Singer is Dar. Tanya Roberts is Carrie. Rip Torn is Mayak. John Amos is Seth. Together, they take us on a fascinating journey back into unexplored times. Conquer your fears. Face the unknown. and discover the incredible link between man, animal, and all that is phantasmagorical. In the world of Dungeons, Dragons, and Dar, the Beastmaster. The epic adventure of a new kind of hero.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was actually a fun one.
That was fun. It's a good movie.
It was
legit
actually
good film.
I was expecting it to be, when you told me it's like, oh, it's a kid friendly Conan movie, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's gonna be hokey and dumb. And
also remember that I had not seen this film on its own, like in its entirety, since I was in grade 8 in high school. Man,
goddamn.
Like, I've seen the Spoonie review a few times of both this and the sequel, but that's not really watching a movie. Watching someone else's review.
Exactly. That's not fair. That's cheating.
But,
well, we'll start from the beginning, okay? So, it all starts with a freaking... Where was it? How'd it go? It started with an old man talking?
we're in a place called Orc,
yeah,
and there are these witches with, zombie faces.
They have bodacious bodies, though.
True.
Holy
shit. And they're predicting,
hey, yo.
King Zed is going to have a kid.
2.
Well, his firstborn son will kill you.
And he's going to murk you.
So, I guess this is actually the... Why does Rip Torn keep ending up in stories where a bunch of zombie-faced women tell the villain that the king's son will end up killing him?
Hey, man.
Because same thing happens in Hercules.
Look, when you need that check...
In 1,000 years, precisely,
you're going to get killed by the hero.
Indoor plumbing. It's going to be big.
It's going to be big.
I know. You know. I know. I get the concept.
I'm fine. So yeah, the wizard, evil wizard, Mr.
Mayax. I didn't know his name was Mayax. I was expecting, it's spelled Maax. I'd expect, a dash or a apostrophe or something.
Altogether.
But it's I thought it was just called Max. Really?
Max. Merrick was calling him the entire time Max, and I was like, no, Merrick. Max.
I am the Max.
The world is a crude, twisted place. Anyways.
You got any toast?
So, right now, the evil wizard's like, alright, we're gonna go hunt this...
We're gonna kill the king's son, and the king walks in.
Yeah, which is the fuck.
With 3 dudes with swords.
With 3 dudes.
And it's like, get the fuck out or you'll be sentenced to death. And it's like, go do your heathen shit with the Junes. I won't let you sacrifice any children. You're weird.
You weird fuck.
And then it's like, but what do you say to my dudes here? And then these 2 priest dudes, pull these chain things out, throw them at the ceiling and hang themselves.
Ha! What are you gonna do now?
And Mayax looks at him like, what?
What now?
And Zed looks honestly confused.
Zed's like, I don't know what you're trying to pull, but you made my job a bit more easy, so can you please leave? And he's like, alright, fine. And he just walks out.
I'll kill more of my own guys than you. What?
What? Why?
This isn't like Darth Vader in Force Unleashed where, it's killing his own stormtroopers, but it's also catapulting it at you.
No.
This is just 2 of my guys killed themselves.
What are you gonna do about it?
Okay.
That's pretty much it. What are you gonna do about it? My subjects are loyal. Alright, cool. Why didn't you summon them to attack us?
It's such a weird thing.
What kind of flex is that? You know what? Whatever. So, after that, he left all defeated, but yet, alive.
So he had one of his witches smear some glow stick juice on the king and his wife.
Yes.
By the way, these are the worst royal chambers I've ever seen because it just looks like a fucking tent.
It's a tent. It was a tent.
But you're the king. What the fuck?
What happened to your castle? The fuck? So this is the weirdest part. So
the witch teleports the baby into the cow.
Into a cow's udder.
Well, no, into the cow's womb.
Oh god, yeah, it's true. Into the womb of the cow.
And then
which gave him the strength of an ox.
Maybe.
And
then she brands. She has the baby, and then
first the queen dies also.
Yes,
and the king was blinded by it because of the horror of it. And as Merrick was saying, the witch brands the baby's hand, which is fucked up. And she's about to stab it.
And then some fucking badass farmer dude throws a bladed boomerang and kills her.
It was so fucking cool. It was like, I don't know.
I can't remember what they call this thing, but it
was a
capon.
Capon?
I think it calls it a capon.
But it was pretty fucking cool.
It's a cool weapon.
So he killed the first one. Picked up the baby. He's like, oh my god, what happened?
Must rescue baby.
And then the second one came out and tried to attack him. And then he's like, oh shit, another one. And then he got fucking blasted across the fucking fire pit. And then he starts fighting her, and then she fucking flies towards him.
A la Evil Dead.
Sword. A la Evil Dead. And he just jabbed her in the chest, and then she just died and disappeared. And he's like, well.
And so he raises the child as his own and teaches him how to throw the capon.
And he fucked up one of his friends' hat because of how to show it, which is fucking funny.
Yeah, that gives me some Lion King vibes.
It was fun. It was cute. And especially how he
Zazu turn around. Yes, I want for pouncing lesson. Sire.
Oh, yeah. Pretty much that.
Rest in peace, James Earl Jones.
Yes. May you rest in peace, you fucking legend. So, after that farmer dude that was trying to get his hat got pulled in by the branch, by the bushes, and then he was screaming bloody fucking Mary.
And then it was a bear.
And it was a fucking bear with a bloody mouth because he just bit the dude's leg and he fucking fucked it up.
And then the kid, whose name is Dar.
Oh yeah, Dar.
Is like, no.
And the bear's like, fine.
It's like, if you've ever seen that video of the Canadian hunter up in the tree and the bear goes to explore, I was like, hey, what are you doing?
Hey.
What are you doing there? And the bear, looks very embarrassed, climbs back down, and leaves.
That's what I thought. That's pretty much it. He's like, oh man, I feel bad for biting that guy's leg. I'm sorry. And then he just walks away. And then his dad said something like, you are the Beastmaster, and you are the chosen son to be the king. With that mark, you bear...
No, not yet. He doesn't know he's the king's son yet.
Oh, fuck. Okay, no.
The Beastmaster and the thing, that's at the end. You get the Beastmaster thing.
Ah, okay, never mind. But he was saying something about the mark.
So you have the brand, you can control beasts.
Okay, there you go. That's what he said. Okay. You must go, my son. And then the son picked up the sword and started swinging.
And just saying, you teach him how to use the sword, so he learns how to use the sword.
And then years pass.
And then the kid grows up to be Mark Singer.
Which, honestly,
who looks disturbingly like Mark Hamill.
Which I call him Link Skywalker.
Yes,
because honestly, that's what this character is.
And he lives in the tall house, and he got the boomerang just now,
and the giants, and the cool looking sword.
And he can play that piece of grass and summon the bird to grab the monkey, and
and then it fucks up people with that. Oh, we'll get to that soon. So you see this guy, he's just climbing down, enjoying the village, and his dad's like, prepare yourself, and he's like, he gets in the fighting stance. And he's like, all right. And he tells him
and you know that everything's going really nice and everyone's happy, so clearly it's all got to get fucked up because it's that kind of movie. So the Junes, which are basically
the evil bad guys.
None of them have names. There's the leader who comes in and does the...
Batman.
Well, he's got the bat wings on his helmet.
He's like Batman.
It's weird because usually you'd expect the character who does this to have a name, at least.
Kind of, right?
Because he does what Thulsa Doom, James Earl Jones, coincidentally, does in Conan. In Conan, Thulsa Doom's the guy who rides in and burns Conan's village to the ground. And he's the main villain. But this dude should have been Mayax.
But the thing is...
But then again, that would be too directly copying Conan.
I was going to say, exactly. I was going to say, isn't that kind of just another Conan, a legit word-for-word Conan clone? Yeah. But it's kind of smart. I kind of liked it because, they have a big general.
There's one Conan clone I cannot consider a Conan clone, by the way.
Really?
It's called Kull the Conqueror, starring Kevin Sorbo.
I heard of that, actually.
You know why I can't call it a Conan clone?
It's actually a thing?
It's based on a book, a series of short stories, by the guy who wrote Conan.
Okay, yeah, then no.
And he wrote it before Conan. It's called, also by Robert E. Howard, so... it's the same thing. Just like Solomon Kane is also by Robert E. Howard. Just like Solomon Kane is also by Robert E. Howard.
Oh, shit.
You know that.
I didn't see that. Actually, to be honest.
But that's also another set of short stories by the Conan guy.
We'll get to that. So what
Get
happened?
to Conan too down the line. Then the village is fucking destroyed.
Oh yeah, it's true. Okay, yeah, right.
And two dudes with swords go to fight them, but they get killed.
No, wait.
Because these guys are on horseback.
First, the dog joins.
Yeah, he's got the white dog.
And the dog's like, bark, bark. He's like, and Dar's like, you silly dog. And then he goes, bark, bark. And he's like, the fuck? And he goes, joins the dog. And then he sees across the mountain with all of his other buddies the fucking plethora of like evil, dark-looking soldiers coming over the mountain. And they're like, oh shit, we gotta go back to the village quickly. And then Dar's dad.
But that'll.
Huh?
But if they track to the Jawas, that'll lead them back home.
And it's like pretty much.
Luke,
no. So then the dad takes out his special sword.
He's got a cool scimitar.
And he's like, he fucking draws a line. And he's like, come at me. And then they all freaking charge at him. And one of the horse beats him. And oh man, that was a bad sign. Everything was on fire. People were running around half naked because actually it was in the morning, honestly.
Well, also they don't really wear that many clothes anyway.
That too. It wasn't like much clothes because it was like in the barbaric times. But it was still fucked up. Everyone's burning. Everyone's panicking. And then fucking finally Dar makes it with all of his other buddies.
And then he gets conked out.
He got
and
hard.
the dog saves him, and they get shot with an arrow.
He got shot in the side, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like legit right there in the ribs. And he was down for a second, but then he pulled Dar out all the way out, like far away from the village, mind you.
And then dies.
And then dies honorably.
He is the good boy.
He is the best boy.
No, he's not the best boy.
Oh.
Fucking, you have not seen Spy X Family yet?
Of course.
Bond Forger is best boy.
Okay, maybe.
Then there's Ace the Bat Hound from Batman Beyond. This Batman Beyond version of Ace. Then there's this guy.
Then there's this guy. Then there's this white dog.
Oh, and then Bronx is somewhere there too.
Somewhere around there.
From Gargoyles.
That's true. But anyway, so the white dog pulled Dar out, and Dar's like, "No, my buddy." And
he's
like,
dead.
Oh fuck, my village! He just runs back with a sword,
and then he gathers some shit, some boots, leather skirt,
and he just
a sword and some vambrace, and he just goes and swings a stick around till he gets yoke.
He gets yoked as fuck. Yeah, that's true.
By swinging a log.
No, well, it's a big log.
True. At least Conan has the excuse of he was pushing the wheel.
Yeah.
And then was the only person pushing the wheel.
He was. Wasn't he actually the one that was pushing the wheel the entire time?
No, it was a bunch of people, and then they kept dying, and then they died off one by one. And when it was only him, they came and sent him to be gladiator.
Nice. Because push wheel. Push wheel. So, also, at the same time, while he was gathering all of his villagers, he gained a new ally, which is the Falcon.
Because he found he can Assassin's Creed see through the eyes of this eagle.
Assassin's Creed see the eyes. He has the Assassin's Creed POV, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's an eagle.
It's a falcon, isn't it?
I don't know, because it says there's a tagline for the poster.
Uh-huh.
Born with the courage of an eagle, the strength of a black tiger, and the power of a god.
Huh.
So I'm assuming it's an eagle.
Okay, then.
IMDb just asked me how to rate Beastmaster. I'm giving it 10.
Give it a good 10, though, because it was fun.
But I don't have an account, so it doesn't fucking...
Damn it. Alright, so after Mr...
So he gets yoked, he has his pet bird.
And then he goes take a bath.
Yeah.
You take a shower, because it was after, you get yoked, you get sweaty, so you have to get clean.
Because first he starts swinging the stick, then he starts swinging the sword to actually learn, teach him
to actually use the scimitar
techniques.
Style. Like his dad. Well, his adopted dad.
One thing I gotta say about this movie, and I said this to you.
What?
It's rare that in Conan clones like this, the sword isn't utterly ridiculous and impractical. This is just a sword.
It's a general scimitar.
All the swords in this are, you could reasonably... Because you look at some... the Atlantean is one thing. It's that's the sword of a legendary Atlantean king. Okay.
You could pass that.
But, you look at that three-bladed thing in Sword and the Sorcerer. It's
come on.
You can't swing that without breaking your wrist off.
Hey, listen.
Or you look at the sword in He-Man.
Okay. Listen. I understand. Look, I could pass He-Man, but the sword in Sword and Sorcerer, that's like my sword, okay?
I know, but it is stupid as hell.
Beautiful.
Okay, what? And by the way, the bird is called Sharok.
Sharok, and is it actually an eagle?
Yeah, golden eagle.
Oh, okay.
Named Sharok.
Sharok. Nice. So
I had to look it up. I don't remember him saying Sherlock, because I know the ferret's names, and I know the tiger's name.
I haven't even heard the motherfucker talk that much, honestly, because this movie's very... For some reason, it's very low in some parts, and gets super fucking loud.
Then again, that just might be our rip. That
could be it, huh? Maybe.
Also, there's the fucking construction going on outside.
Yeah. Oh my god! It actually the perfect moments of the outside world into the movie is perfect.
It's like one guy's like, "I'm done work.
I'm done working. Charlie, okay, what time is it? It's 5:30. It's my time. I'm unionized. Oh, okay, get out of here. Okay." And then fucking playing the movie. He's like, "Oh, shit. Someone forgot to edit that out." But his clothes get stolen by the ferrets.
His leather skirt gets stolen by the ferrets, and then he goes and hunts the ferrets. He chases the ferrets, and then ends up in quicksand. And then he uses his powers to make one of the ferrets like nibble on the branch, so it goes lower so he can climb out. Then that ferret falls in, and Dar proves himself as like he's the good guy by fucking saving that ferret.
By fucking jamming his fist into the mud and then peeling and picking it up. He's like, "Ha!
Because the ferret goes down, and then the other ferret like looks at the quicksand and then looks at Dar.
He's like, "Please."
And Dar's like, "Oh, all right," and then saves the ferret. And then we get the best characters in the fucking movie, Kodo and fucking Podo.
I honestly, when Merrick told me like these guys are the best, and I'm like, all right,
dude.
And
these are the best characters in the movie. Like, dude, they're fucking ferrets.
They're ferrets.
And then it's like, wait.
And then after some fucking shit happened, oh man.
And these are happy ferrets because they're duking all over the place.
Yeah.
In case you don't know, I do not own ferrets. But ferrets, they're like cats purr. Dogs, it's fucking obvious when a dog's happy.
Of course.
What the noise a ferret makes when a ferret is happy is duke. Like they go in their throat, they do like duck, 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 duck.
Oh shit.
So these are happy fucking ferrets. These ferrets love being in this movie.
They were having fun, man. Honestly, it was a big fun. For the whole ferret scenes, it was kind of fun, I'm not going to lie. They knew what they were doing.
So, he's got the two ferrets, he's got his pants back.
He got his pants back and he gave him a cool name.
Kodo and Podo. Carries him in his bag. And then he sees through the eyes of a tiger who's being attacked by some soldiers.
I think they were trying to
well, yeah, they're trying to hunt it.
Yeah.
And so he goes and rescues the tiger.
He was about to throw his boomerang at the bad guy, but then
he falls off.
The other bad guy fucking jumped him.
Yep.
Falls off, and he looked like, again, this movie is going to have a lot of moments where you're like, is he okay? I think he's okay. Let's keep going, guys. Because holy shit, these guys take some tumbles, man.
Like, you wonder if he actually hurt himself like Viggo Mortensen did in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Because you know the scene I'm talking about, right? In Two Towers, when he finds out when he thinks Merry and Pippin are dead, he kicks an Uruk-hai helmet.
Yeah.
And then he falls to his knees screaming.
Yeah.
That's because no one told... Viggo Mortensen did not realize that those like cloth wrap foot things do not give the most protection in the world to your feet. And that was an actual steel helmet. And he broke his fucking foot.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be laughing at this.
He broke his fucking foot, which adds the scream.
Ah! On his knees, and they're like, perfect, that was great.
Apparently it was hell to be in any of the scenes with Viggo Mortensen when he was Strider. Oh. Like when he was the ranger before Rivendell.
Yeah.
Because he was method acting and had not taken a bath in weeks.
Ew.
So
that's not
no one wanted to Liv Tyler did not want to do the scenes with him because he smelled really fucking bad.
I hate method actors sometimes.
Yeah, they can. Well, Jared Leto.
Okay, exactly.
And the nonsense he. Basically, okay, I would argue that the shit he did to Margot Robbie is sexual harassment. He should probably go to prison.
Okay, dude, we're getting off track.
Yes, that's true.
Speaking about sexual harassment,
he sees the two girls bathing.
So there are
a redhead and a blonde one. The blonde one is utterly irrelevant.
Oh, completely
to this movie.
She's like, I thought honestly she might be like the friend of the redhead. Nah, not even. She wasn't. She was just there.
So this redhead's bathing. So Dar's like, "Yo, Kodo and Podo," and they're like, "What the fuck do you want now?"
It's like, you know what to do.
Steal the clothes. Like, fucking weirdo. All right. Weirdo.
And then they do, and then the girl gives chase, and then the black tiger, which wasn't the black tiger.
He names the tiger Rue.
Rue. So Rue comes out like kind of like
being a tiger.
Not even actually. He was just like roar, like mrr, like he just like.
It was just being a tiger.
Yeah, and he's like being a tiger, and then freaking Dar's like.
Bad news about the tiger. We should say, it is a tiger that they painted black.
It was actually
with paint.
Fucked up. I'm not gonna
and because you've seen cats and they lick themselves
every time.
This tiger actually died after the movie was made because it was poisoned by the paint.
The paint wasn't really...
Which is why in the sequels, or at least in the second one, it's just a regular tiger.
That's why they left it be. Finally.
Why did you put on my hat?
Because it looks cool.
Okay. I had this fucking this Unabomber winter hat out, and he just put it on.
Yes. I was
actually in the middle of, I was going to be sewing a badge to the front for Scotland.
Yes, I see.
And now Ruka's wearing my hat.
It's property of Mexico.
No, you already have one of my hats. So,
no, I love it.
I already sold him one of my hats.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, you did. But anyway, so
and Dar's like, yo, go on, and it's like, all right, I'll go on. It's like, and he's gesturing with his eyes, like, what the fuck? And Ru's like, no, I'm not going to help you score. We have shit to do, Dar.
And Dar's like, come on, man. And he's like, fine, and he just walks away, but nonchalantly. And...
After Dar goes, ah!
Yeah, it's true. And he's like, okay, whatever, loser.
Fucking weirdo.
And then
Ru's like, fucking cringe.
Fucking, you're cringe. This is gonna go to my cringe compilation. And then fucking Dar's like, they're fierce creatures. And then he starts kissing her and telling her, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, my village was burnt down.
You owe me your life, but I'll take something else instead.
And he kisses her.
And she's like, no, fuck you. Fuck off.
Fuck off. I don't want this kiss, but you're actually cute. Why are you here and who are you? Like, my name is Dar. My village burnt down. And then he did the same thing to her. And he's like, now who are you? And what was your name again?
Jiri.
Jiri. And she's like, my name is Jiri, and you should forget about me.
I'm a temple slave. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna fucking destroy the temple and rescue all the slaves because I'm a hero.
I'm a badass hero, man. And she's like, no, it's pointless because there are so many more powerful people than you. He's like, watch me. So then she runs off, and he actually sends one of the ferrets to follow her for a tiny bit. Mm-hmm. And then they came back with information that, there's a nearby village.
And there's a tree up on the mountain.
Yeah.
And he goes to see the tree. And there are like these weird bat mutants who wrap people in their wings and dissolve them. And
that's cool.
And then they're like, he tries to save one of the dudes, but they like melt him.
They melt him to
This is one of the moments where just like...
I think it was a kid too, no?
No, it was not.
It was a dude, huh?
It was just a dude, just like a working dude.
It was a small dude, though.
Small dude. It's one of those moments, just like the design of the Army of the Dead and how the orcs look in Lord of the Rings, where you look at this scene and you're like, yeah, the director started with horror movies.
You can tell.
Just like Peter Jackson started with like Bad Taste, Dead Alive, and The Frighteners, he started with Phantasm.
Oh yeah, you could tell. But they were really cool looking, and then they were about to eat the Dar.
And then his bird, like fucking Shirok, comes in and lands on the eagle statue, and they're like,
nah. Dude, guys.
Fucking, it's a bird!
Guys, it's a bird.
And then the bird lands on Dar and like, fuck it, here's a bird medallion. You can...
That was funny. One of them was about he's like, opens up his wings and Dar's like, oh shit! And he just grabs the sword and he just slides the necklace on the sword and he's like, there you go, bye-bye. And Dar's like, oh shit, that scared the shit out of me, and then he runs out. Well, he just walked out. So after...
But as far as these guys know, like, this dude is touched by their god.
Yeah, so
which
he's
is
like,
the bird.
He's cool. He's cool, guys.
I like that the cover that he has the courage of an eagle, Shirok, and the strength of a black tiger, and the power of a god, meaning Kodo and Podo are god.
Fuck yeah, dude. They're powerful gods indeed, man.
We are Kodo and Podo and Kodo, mighty and powerful gods.
That's so funny.
Miguel and Julio? Julio and Miguel?
God damn it, man.
What? Road to El Dorado's awesome.
I know. I gotta watch that actually one day.
Never.
I know. I gotta rewatch.
Oh, okay. I heard watches that you've never seen.
Dude, it's my fucking people's one of the national movies.
Better than the other one that came out the same year, Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah. Oh,
Look, there are far too many scenes that don't have Kronk.
Yes, exactly.
The whole movie should just be Kronk.
It should have been Kronk. Anyways,
And Yzma.
aside from Kronk and Yzma,
and by the way, you realize as an adult watching that, like, they're fucking.
They're fucking hard.
Well, I don't know how into it Kronk is, but yeah, that's why Yzma has him around.
Back in the day, that was a concubine. But aside from concubines, so we see Dar walking towards a tree that's has a waterfall and a tree around it somehow. I don't fucking get it.
That scene happened. That was the scene that led to the bats.
No, that wasn't. That was after.
Oh, right. He goes. He's hunting some dudes outside the city.
No, that's not that. He was going hunting.
Well, the priests.
Right, yeah, but then he stopped to a tree that's giving water for a break, and he's just drinking water until one of the priests has a choking pole.
Yeah, because by the way, Mayak can see through rings.
Oh, that's so weird.
Eyeball rings.
Disgusting, weird, to cool.
He also sends the bird to rescue a kid who's being
That's later.
Oh yeah,
Hang on. Wait, hold your britches. We'll save that fucking beautiful scene later. So first, he was getting choked out, and then Rue came from behind for one of the fucking guys that was choking him out with a staff. He bit his fucking neck and killed him like that. And again, he took a really nasty fall, and that's another fucking number scale on the is he okay? Because holy shit, that scream sounded legit too. And there was a cool scene where the guy that had the ring hand stuck out from the pot because that's where they see the whole vision. And then Rue and the other animals are fighting one of the last priests that's running away. Rue gives chase, and then Rue gets trapped by the priest's trap. And the priest is like, I'm going to shoot you with my freaking giant crossbow that takes two people to hold because it's fucking huge.
See normal this looks like you took a longbow and put it on a stick.
Honestly, dude. It's huge, unnecessarily huge. And then we see two, what were they called, the priestess? Or they were sages, no?
You mean Seth?
Yeah.
Seth and the kid?
Seth and the kid, yeah. Yeah, they were sages, no?
No, they're just pilgrims.
Pilgrims, that's the one, yeah. They were just pilgrims, and they're just crossing by.
And this is pilgrim and the going from to a religion, not like in the John Wayne, where are you off? Where are you heading to, pilgrim?
No, not that. No, these were just not
going to get slapped or beamed.
No. This is all
might get slapped.
Maybe slapped. These are just peaceful people,
Well, not peaceful, but
at least, something in the
they're staff fighters, too.
They're cool staff fighters, actually. So what was his name again? The big dude. Seth walked up. He's like, "What are you doing there?" And he's just pointing the gun at Seth. And he's like, "I would not suggest to do that." And then he shoots, and Seth's he just moves out of the way, and he just fucking grabs the dude and fucking bashes him, and then he just bashes him with the staff after, and he falls into the pit with fucking Rue.
With Rue.
And then
obviously he dies because
he gets
he's in the pit with the tiger.
He gets mad fucked up. And then
we don't see it though.
You don't see it. You hear it, and Rue's kind of
because this is you can show this movie. You could have showed this movie to kids.
Yeah, it's actually legit because there's no blood actually.
There's no blood. Little nudity.
A little bit of nudity because of course it's medieval but barbarian times. But it's actually tasteful nudity.
But obviously you're not going to show this to a fucking 5-year-old.
No.
But
you're going to show this to a 10-year-old or maybe.
I mean, watch it with them, obviously.
Of course.
And
parental guidance.
Yeah.
That's what a PG is supposed to mean. But again, nobody does that shit anymore. Sadly.
It's bad. It is. Raiders of the Lost Ark and Frozen should not have the same fucking age rating.
Exactly my point. Exactly my point, Merrick.
That's nonsense.
It's exactly my point. But what was happening? Oh yeah. So I keep forgetting the big dude's name. Seth MacFarlane. Okay.
No,
Seth. He's explaining an important wise thing to the child. He's like, life goes around, and especially if you bring down others will find a way to bring down with you, and you'll be like him. And he's like, I see, master. Thank you. And then you see Rue from the other side of the mountain, we're just sprinting fucking like Speedy Gonzalez towards the fucking line. He's like, and he sees in the hole his buddy's there chilling, and he's like, pulls out his sword just in case. And then the two like sages like did the cool like staff movement
at the same time,
ready to fuck him up, and then like it was a cool little standoff. And then like Rue's like, I'm indebted to you.
Do you work for the Junes? No. Do you work for the Junes? No. All right then.
All right, I'm indebted to you because you helped me save my buddy. Now
so he's trying to get a tree in the hole, and then Seth helps him pick up the tree. Dar is an idiot because he has the tree, the big massive fucking log between his legs. And the way they're going to pick it up, that's going to smack you in the crotch. Dar.
Seriously. And but mind you, Seth fucking show off that he is. He's like, here, let me help you. Takes off his robes, he's like massively ripped.
But he doesn't show just by like lifting big tree, by showing how you can get it into the hole without like by using brain. Because they roll it and get it at an angle so it goes in, and then Rue could just climb up the.
Yeah, exactly. Come out and there you go. Done, right? But of course, he knocks his balls in, like a ding dong.
Well, no, it doesn't end up getting hurt.
No, he doesn't get hurt, but at the end of the day, they got the tiger out. And then after they start talking about, what are you doing? And
it's like, and I'm going to rescue the thing. It's like, oh yes, this is the son of the king, Zed.
Oh shit.
Oh, by the way, these are Kodo and Podo. They like to steal shit. Oh, you like that ring? You can have that. That's for you. It's like, where did you get this necklace? And I don't know, because the ferret stole the necklace. I'm not...
What do you want me to do
ferrets,
about it?
They just steal shit.
And he's like, you lie. And he's like, no, I'm being serious. And also,
This did not come. I'm trying to rescue the slave girls. Like, we go tonight.
We leave tonight. They're like, what? And we'll work together. And I'm like, oh, okay then.
So they break in. They rescue Jiri, who is the cousin of the kid.
Yes.
So, hey, Dar,
my man.
Bad news. That's your cousin because you're also the son of King Zed.
Exactly.
Even though you don't know that yet. So
yet.
You can't
it's
have
some
that.
Anakin Leia shit, going on.
Well, okay, that would be even worse because that would be Princess Leia and her dad. Which I'm sure there's a subreddit for, but I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Merrick, no.
I don't want to know.
Don't do this to me. Alright, so they finally get to the village where fucking crazy evil Mayax man is just chucking kids in a fucking fire.
He's just picking up children and throwing them in the fucking fire.
It was so fucked.
Then Dar sends the fucking Sharak to grab a kid and take him away.
okay.
And then Mayax is like, you see? God wants your kids.
Wait.
I think I broke Ruka by explaining this too succinctly. Take a minute. Breathe.
Hang on.
You good?
Oh, hey. Hold on.
In.
Okay.
Out.
Okay, first things first. Let me first put it out. They finally get to the village. You see Mayax chucking a kid in a pit, screaming about, if we sacrifice more children, the gods will give us more gifts. Which is fucked already. And then after, fucking Dar runs towards the temple, tries to stop the lunatic, but then is stopped by evil guards. And then one father was like, being pretty much beaten the shit out of and witnessing his only son to be tossed in a pit for fucking no good reason. And then Dar just, calls for his buddy, Sharak.
You can just say the bird.
The bird, I'm going to do that. Calls the bird to help and save the kid. So...
This bird grabs the kid.
Mayax tosses the kid. The kid's sliding. Mayax is about to putt the kid with a stick.
He's pushing the kid down.
Like Danny DeVito in fucking Always Sunny in Philadelphia style. Like, oh no, you don't. Just like shoving the kid down. And then the bird swoops up.
It's like Santa Claus in Christmas Story. Ho! 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 Fucking Kirk in Search for Spock. I have had enough of you. And the bird comes down. Chirac comes down. He grabs the kid
by the shoulders,
and he flies away.
And he flings him up. By the way, his feet are just flopping, dangling in the fucking sky. And everyone's like, "Oh my god!"
And then Max is like confused for a minute, as you would be too.
Of course.
As like, see, God wants your kids.
Not bullshitting you. And then, oh fucking Christ. It took me a minute to process all that. And even Merrick was like, "You need time, don't you?" Like, I just got up and left and I just smoked a J. Holy fuck. Yep. After that little tidbit break, after that, like, insanity, you see Dar with a giant sack in his back. And I'm like,
and following Kodo and Podo when he goes to the house of the dad from before.
I even said, like, he has the kid in his inventory back.
It's like, yo, I got the kid. It's like, oh, anything we have is yours. I was going to think, all right, cool. Taking the kid.
And I'm going to train him under me. Like Batman. But no, they were thankful and they explained Dar the whole situation and everything.
Yep. Give him some food.
They gave him food, they gave him some water, they gave him shit, and they explained him like, yes, our king has been imprisoned and his eyes were broken and his eyes were blinded because of some tragic horror. And then Dar's like, well, that sucks, and I'm going to try to figure out how to help you guys.
But you have to help me too.
When
I ask you, I'll send the bird. He's gonna.
And you're gonna help me. And he's like, okay, I'll do my best, even though he's actually terrified of the idea.
So they break into the castle.
Yep.
They rescue Jiri.
Yep.
And then they see this hole with like berserker spawn banes
who fucking giant gauntlet guys
stick their hands out of the cages.
Spiked gauntlets ready to rip your legs off if you're not.
So this is a fucking video game puzzle because you have the guy you have to escort the dudes. And so you climb the chain. He climbs the rope, gets on the other side, and pulls the lever to shut the
gates,
so they can't grab and so they can come across. This is like
a fucking puzzle.
This is Resident Evil 4 shit.
No, this is more. Like, this is more of a. No, this is more Prince of Persia.
Yeah, I did get Prince, mainly because of the scimitar.
Yeah,
but I got big Prince of Persia.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Like it looks a
and
lot
also the
like
maze too. If you realize, it was actually very like kind of set out like a dungeon in Prince of Persia.
True, but there's very little space to like
do shit,
to do parkour and platforming and stuff.
True. Okay. Yes. Oh yeah.
Like there's nowhere here big enough to run across the wall.
No, but it was pretty cool and scary looking. Not gonna lie. So you see Dar.
Also weirdly, Dar's sword, or probably vice versa, because this came first. I can kind of see a bit of the reboot Prince of Persia sword in this sword.
Ooh, that one, yeah.
Hate that game, but
the sword looks nice, you have to admit.
You know what was one of the many things that kept me from liking that game as much as I could have?
What?
As the Prince. Oh, you're going to bring back Yuri Lowenthal? It's Nolan North.
Ah.
Nothing against Nolan North. I just don't like his voice.
No, I get you.
It was the Deadpool game. The Deadpool game ruined it for me.
It's the voice.
You know who played Deadpool in Ultimate Alliance?
Who?
Not Nolan North. He played Ghost Rider.
Of course.
Right. It was John Cassier.
Who did he play?
The Crypt Keeper!
Are you kidding?
I'm not. Anyway, they find that Mayak's in a room, like putting bugs in dudes to make them. There was like
some bugs and liquid.
Bugs and goo bugs in the dudes to make them into these berserker spiked men.
Yeah. Okay. And then after Mayak's left one of the priests to keep an eye on him, the fucking priest did not chain him properly.
Gets killed because of Kodo and Podo.
Yeah, because of Kodo and Podo.
Kodo and Podo have the highest death count of anyone in the movie.
They fuck shit up. And right now we're going to explain why too. So they took the keys so that way they could try to help out the others. Yeah. But in reality, they took a bit longer with the keys than they should have because they kind of got sidetracked because fucking Mini Bane over here was legit chasing them down through the tunnels, breaking down fucking doors as if it was paper. It was fucking hilarious. Then you see Dar, the kid, and Seth,
and Jiri,
all running towards the tunnels.
They go into a room with a big skull that blocks a well.
Yes,
and they rescue the king.
Yeah,
they bring in him too.
Yeah, but they finally found the king, but again he's blinded, so he can't do much. But they finally got through the tunnels, and then right behind him is like a pack of fucking priests ready to fucking massacre them, ready to go, running at them, and all of them are booking it down the hall. And then they see the door, they fucking slam it, and they put that, what's it called, the lock there, the fucking wooden lock there.
Portcullis.
Portcullis, thank you. And they're like, and then Dar's like, go, run out of here. I'm going to hold them back for a while. And
he tries to close pull crank the other way to close the well. It won't work.
It didn't work.
So he decides to cut the skull under it to get some water gushing out so it locks closed.
But still didn't work either.
So Kodo and Podo come back with the key.
While fucking the Bane thingy was destroying the pipes and everything.
And then, these things are stupid and violent.
And they're just bloodlust.
So he just kills all of the priests.
He just, like Kodo and Podo was running towards the priest.
And they go under the priest and under the door. And then the priest is like, no, the barbarian.
The barbarian Bane.
The berserker is like,
and the priest's like, ah! They start banging the door to open up, and then they just fucking get wailed on and beaten. And then after Dar's like, okay, you guys took too long with the keys, by the way. And then
Jiri comes back out, so we can escape out the air shaft. I'm like, all right, let's do that.
That seems fair, actually. So then they do, and they actually set up a rope and everything.
She also has throwing weapons. She does.
She's actually kind of useful. I'm surprised. She's not fucking all the other
I mean, she's not quite Xena, but
no.
or Valeria from Conan, but she's more than just damsel in distress.
Exactly. That's pretty good. I like that. So they're climbing the rope as fast as possible. Fucking the berserker is just fucking crawling up the fucking snot hole. Finally catches them, and he starts trying to rip the rope with his cuffs. And then Podo, no, it wasn't Podo. The bird fucking was called, and he starts fucking with his helmet. And then the fucking guy just lost balance, and he just flips backwards, and he just laid on his ass, done. And then the rope is starting to break, and then freaking Dar is like, let go. He's like, what, are you crazy? And then the freaking rope breaks. The old father just luckily.
Well, yeah, because the bird went, and it's like, oh, I can't right now. Sorry. Then the bird just caws at him and looks at him.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, no, I'm a coward. And then he loses an argument to a bird.
Yeah, it's true. Beforehand,
there's no other way to say it. He loses an argument with a bird.
No, he's right, because I forgot about that part where Dar sends the bird to get the farmer. And he's legit, the farmer's like, I'm but a coward. Come on, you don't need me. And the
bird's like, ah.
And the guy's like, okay, fine. And
also, it's worth noting that every time Dar's calling Sharak,
he squaws.
For some reason, he doesn't need to for who. He doesn't need to for Kodo and Podo. But to call the bird, he's like, ah! And the bird's like, what the fuck you say about my family?
Bro, I'm gonna fuck you up if you keep talking like that.
I can see one of the times it being like a Hootie situation.
Hootie?
Have you seen Owl House? You've got to watch Owl House. No, but it's the bird door tube played by Alex Hirsch.
Huh.
And they tried to mimic bird noises, and he had one just like, don't you talk about my mother, and tries to kill the person.
The fuck?
Yeah, you gotta watch Owl House.
I gotta watch that now.
Owl House is fucking amazing. Best Disney villain in decades. Because he's just evil. Is Belos.
Oh, goddamn.
Emperor Belos. He's just evil. And that's good.
So wait, after the whole
so they escape, and the king's like, yo, we're gonna go in there, guns a-blazing, we're gonna fucking storm the place and win. And Dar's like, alright, or we could do something that's not completely fucking stupid.
Think about it.
And Zed's like, I don't need a coward by my side.
I don't need a little bitch like this to fucking help me. And I'm like, what
Dar's
the fuck do you mean?
Alright, cool, fuck you. And he leaves, and then he cries a bit.
Cries a little bit because he's like, maybe deep down he probably feels like the rejection of a father, even though he doesn't know that yet. It's very touching. And then the I keep forgetting the girl's name. I forget. Jiri Han. Jiri's like, it's okay, Dar. We'll go leave together and we'll figure this out together. And then he's like, okay. And then after the day comes, fucking the king is explaining his fucking grand scheme on fucking running towards the fucking palace and storming it. While the ring is on the fucking kid's finger. And
then we find out he finds out about Dar's that mark on Dar's hand.
Yes.
The brand's like, you're the Beastmaster, and Seth's like, yes, and he is the firstborn son of the king.
And the guy's like, oh shit. And then that's when he realizes I have to help. And then there's one time where Sean, right? That's his name?
Sean?
Big dude.
Seth.
Sean!
Sean!
But yeah, no, Seth realizes the eye is open, and he takes a fucking burning stick and stuck it in the eye of the fucking ring, finally.
So they attack the city. They beat the guards because the guards are really only good at killing themselves.
Yeah.
There's one dude on a horse driving a bunch of the berserker boys.
Yes.
Eventually it gets to like Dar fighting Max.
It's funny, the whole scene, okay? So the whole scene, they're all raiding. Dar realizes he has to help because the people do need him because the king is not that well, but he is well trained. He goes, he fights. They all fight. The people fight too, which is kind of cool. And then Dar finally makes it up because I think they were going to sacrifice fucking Jiri. So Dar's like, not going to be on my watch, and he starts slicing his way up. And then he fucking somehow does a 180 fucking villain self-stab with the fucking knife that his little tiny fucking ice pick of a knife that was going to stab Jir in the chest. And the kid, mind you, there's a kid also.
He gets shot in the chest.
No, that's later, actually. The kid actually picked up a sword and started fighting the big bad guys, which is really fucking badass. With fucking,
Jerry picks up a sword too.
Yeah, everyone's fighting. Everyone's going.
Seth's there.
Seth's fucking picking up people and throwing them and beating them with sticks. Because he did not pick up a sword for some reason. That's weird.
He doesn't need to.
He doesn't need to. He just brute strike to fuck you up.
And he's got the stick.
And he got a big, thick stick. It's pretty strong.
But fighting Max, and it's very one-sided.
Yeah. Obviously.
And then he gets Max ends up in the Mufasa position.
Yes.
Over the fire, and then Kodo fucking bites his fingers and goes down. But Max grabs Kodo.
Yeah!
And Kodo's dead.
Kodo sacrificed himself. I was not seeing that.
And Podo's very sad about this.
And so is Dar because he lost his best bro.
And it is kind of funny, despite this, because he's doing the hero we beat them, but instead of holding up a sword he's holding up the furry noodle that is Podo.
Of Podo, but in sadness too because he lost Kodo. It's so sad. It's like he's giving this powerful speech, but he's holding a furry noodle and kissing it because it's okay, little buddy. We'll get revenge for Kodo because fuck that
Justice
guy.
for Kodo.
Justice for Kodo, goddammit. So then now they're like, wait, guys, we're not done
yet. You see, they're storming the blockade. Just Dar turns with the sword. It's for Podo.
For Podo. Ah! And fucking the entire village charges.
But apparently the June are now coming.
Yeah, the other team,
they're called the Bat Dudes.
The Bat Dudes.
The Bat Helmet Dudes.
Yeah, the one I think that were Mayax ordered to fuck around. That's what.
They're coming because Mayax did not order them. They order Mayax, and they killed their guy.
So now
so it's fucking.
All right,
I just wish the guy had a name. Let's call him. Give him a name. Thrax. Thrax is coming.
There you go. That's a good one. There you go. That's actually a good one.
Thraxus.
And his boys.
Thraxus is coming, and they're going to just kill everybody.
Yeah. So then that's when Dar
they dig a ditch. They fill it with oil and cover it with sand, and
also rocks, so that way it can be heavier and tougher to get
out. Make it look dry. Their plan involves to get people to fall in there, and then set it on fire. However, their plan is stupid because it involves someone running and manually sticking a torch in, which inevitably leads to the kid who's supposed to do it getting fucking shot.
Fucking the kid.
Even though you could have done the same thing by having a dude on the wall with a bow and arrow, wrap one end of the arrow in a rag soaked in cloth, light that on fire, and shoot a rag soaked in oil, light that on fire, shoot that, boom, same process, and no kid gets shot in the chest.
Or anybody else at that fact. Because originally there was supposed to be a dude to do it. He got killed.
Yep.
And then another dude's supposed to do it. He got shot. And then the kid's like, fuck this, I'll do it. And he gets shot. And I even said, oh shit, he got shot in the chest. I hope he's not right-hearted because he got shot in the fucking
Well, that's a very rare medical condition.
I know.
But
it's funny, though.
Also a plot point in a RuneScape quest.
Right?
Yeah. Remember fucking RuneScape?
I still go for that once in a while. Once in a blue moon. And also...
Where Varrock?
Of course. Of course you would. So yeah, they lit... It's bonfire's lit. Everything's on fire.
Then Dar has his fight with Thraxus.
Yeah, Thraxus. And it was a pretty epic fight. Because...
Except Thraxus' weapon is the dumbest thing because it's like a war standard. As a war standard, fair enough.
Of course.
But then like 3 blades pop out like a grappling hook. No, it was 3.
Okay, 3.
Pops out like a
claw or something like
that. Like a retractable grappling hook.
Yeah.
And he's fighting with that. Unfortunately, this gets stuck literally anytime. Anytime there's a backswing and there's wood in the way, it'll get stuck there and he can't get it out.
It's pretty sharp, but useless.
So he picks up a sword and he's fighting with that, and he's actually doing okay because it's a reasonable weapon for a reasonable person. And Dar's fighting him, and then he picks up the stick again and attacks it again and gets stuck again. Okay, and then he gets it stuck in his own back because of how this weapon is designed.
Before that, actually, his stick becomes a fucking mace.
Yep.
And he starts swinging it around.
Yeah, he's a chain on the bottom.
So then I just call it a mace staff axe.
Mace staff axe, yeah.
And I'm calling that from now on because that's what it is. And the fucking idiot somehow swung it to the other side.
So now this is one of those things where you don't have to use a sword because I understand swords are kind of they're kind of basic after a while. But like you can use a battle axe, you can use a warhammer.
I would rather halberd for this dude.
There's a problem with halberds. Halberds are a good distance weapon, but if you're like you don't have the room to use it effectively. Polearms aren't the same as like a bow staff.
Okay.
You need some distance to use a polearm effectively.
Okay, you're right. So
it's why Goblin Slayer uses a short sword, even though it's technically not as good as a long sword, but he's always in caves, so you don't have room to use a long sword.
Exactly, which was proven many times, which is very scary. Thinking about
Word of advice if you want to watch Goblin Slayer, by the way.
Skip 1.
Skip episode 1. All the bad shit that you think Goblin Slayer is pretty much only in that episode.
Just skip 1, please. You don't need it.
Like that's the stuff. That's the stuff people say the whole show is, and the whole show isn't that.
It ain't that. It is actually very touching somehow, which is odd. But anyways, so Drax and Dar fucking duke it out. Dar fucking did a 180 again, and somehow stuck fucking Drax to the fucking misstaff axe, right, because it was stuck on a wall. And Drax was like, fuck, my back, it hurts, and he somehow pulled it out while it's still on his back. And then after, I think that's when...
But then Dar gives the bird medallion to Shirok, and Shirok fucks off with that. But that was at the beginning of the battle.
Yeah, the beginning of the battle. And then...
he gets Thraxus into the fire.
And he burns to death.
Kills him. But it's still like, okay, we killed a dude. Now there's still like...
his men. And his
2,500 other dudes.
Pretty much, his men...
just surround them.
His soldiers are kind of equivalents to a, 75% level Drax. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're pretty fucking
They're bad guys. They're also bad.
They're pretty bad.
These are not stormtroopers.
No. These guys actually walk out the fire, still on fire, and they're like, let's fucking go, and they fight.
Seth's surrounded, Jiri's surrounded, Dar's surrounded.
Then
the Batmen come down and eat everybody.
Oh my God, so cool. And fucking, it was so cool. The Batman's like, Rah! And then all the fucking soldiers like, what the fuck? And they just start all getting freaking,
And then Dar looks at the leader of the Batman. The leader of the Batman looks at Dar and nods. And Dar's like, "Okay, we're cool." And I'm just like, "Dar, these are mouthless dudes who eat through their wings. That could mean fucking anything. You don't know.
But in all honesty, in 1980s logic, that means you're okay."
It's like Van Helsing giving the thumbs up at the end of Monster Squad, the greatest movie ever made. And then they win the day. The kid is crowned king.
He's now recovered. He's okay.
The prince. The king's still alive, but he's essentially king.
He's still a king, but
he has Seth as his right hand. Dar gives him the
boomerang
the Capon thing. He doesn't use that weapon enough in this movie, but fair enough. He used it enough for it not to be just a thing, but it's. At the end of the day, it is a sword and sorcery movie, and it's not like the ultimate weapon that the glaive is in Crawl.
No, it's not. But after that, freaking Dar leaves.
It's like,
and
hey,
goes on more
you should be
adventures.
king. You're technically the true king. It's like, nah.
Nah, not for me. I'm more of an adventurer.
So he gets a kiss from Jiri, and then goes off to another adventure, which unfortunately will take him to modern day 1980s in the sequel, Beastmaster 2 Through the Portal of Time.
Which we'll get to that eventually.
But now we've begun a new series on Mindbreakers.
Oh yeah.
Beastmaster.
Let's go.
Which Ruka, I was showing him the pictures of movies, and he said to both this one and to Big Trouble in Little China, those are mine. And I'm like, fair enough, they're yours. You got them.
And I'm going to destroy them motherfucker. I'm going to be a cowboy on them motherfuckers.
I want a bath, motherfucker.
I want a bubble bath, motherfucker. Anyway.
That was Beastmaster.
Fun movie.
I like it. It's a good movie.
I thought it was going to be lame, but actually I was impressed.
The only thing I'd recommend is maybe shave about 20 minutes off somewhere.
Oh yeah,
it was almost 2 hours long.
I said to Merrick, like, man, this is when's it almost done? It's like it's almost a 2-hour movie. Like, wait, what? We're not done yet?
Yeah, it is lengthy.
Holy shit, though, I was impressed though. But honestly, I would give it a watch. Give it a shot. I would say
it's good. I recommend it.
Yeah, I would too. Honestly, give it a watch. And if any of you guys have kids, it's actually a good watch for the kids too, because it's actually pretty cool. Just be there for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, don't if you're going to just let the TV raise your kids, then you have no right to complain about goddamn anything.
Yep.
Same if you let your iPad raise your kids.
That's about.
But if you're actually if you explain what is reality and what isn't and shit, then it shouldn't be a problem.
It's gonna be okay. But I'm Rookie Jiro.
And I am Merrick D'Amato. And we'll see you next time.
Peace.